Good morning and good evening, everyone. And we should be extremely proud for the Poland invasion victory we had. Okay, so our alliance came in first. We are number one. I want you to understand why this was such an amazing victory. Um, Number one, let us look at the individual rankings. Look at how many of us are in the top 10, which is incredible. This was heavily, you know, uh, our alliance dominating the top 10. And we kind of had to because we didn't have the same numbers as everyone else. We had a total of 42 members that participated out of the 239 that were there. Okay. And also understand, look at our BP. Okay. 1.7 billion as opposed to 2.4 billion, 2.4 billion, 2.5 billion, 2.5 billion, 2.6 billion, and 1.8 billion. Okay. And I guess, yeah, we could do 1.8 billion for us as well. And these are older nations and these are merged nations. So we really, really stepped up. So congratulations once again. Okay, I've gotten a number of questions, and I apologize for a number of things. One, I really I've wanted to record an actual video of the actual battle going on and explaining what I do. But the problem is that I basically during this is usually either I am working or I am sleeping or I'm taking a nap to wake up by alarm to start playing this. And so everything is just like, oh my God, all right, I'm awake. Now I gotta, I gotta withdraw all my troops. I gotta set my command skills, then jump in and join the battle. And, or I'm at work and it's like, all right, guys, we're doing this. I'm running a meeting or whatever, and while I jump on and off to play the game. So both those scenarios. Also, that's another reason why I do not want to be any of the commanders leading, because I cannot fully commit. Because either I am like drowsy, I'm just woken up. My wife is laying beside me sleeping, you know, and I can't direct like I would like to. Okay, now that's out of the way. I wanted to. There's a number of questions that were asked. One, which obviously makes a lot of sense. How do we win? Okay, so we win by alliance points. Okay. Um, we have to get the most alliance points. Now, how do we get those alliance points? It's by holding these bases. Okay, the level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. Okay. The more bases we hold for the longer period of time, we get the most points. Okay. Um, so if you see a base with 0 troops and you have some spare troops, you send some troops there. Okay? You just don't even overthink it. Send some troops there. Because that gives us alliance points. Um, Once again, that's how we win. Naturally, to win the most of my alliance points, you want to hold the highest base points. The highest bases is the level 6, and you want to end with having the level 6 because that gives you an additional 3,000 points, which is huge. Okay, now that is how we win. And what does winning also mean? That means that we keep on going up in rank. Like right now, we are gold. Okay. We are a gold 1. All right. So that means that we have 19 alliance points. All right, that's us right here. 19 alliance points. If we do nothing else, well, actually, that's not true, and I'll tell you why. I was going to say if we don't win another match, then we stay at gold. But that's not entirely true, and I'll tell you why that's not entirely true. Because of how points are scored. Okay. So, oops, where are... I'm sorry, where are... here we go. So, if you rank number 1, you get 3 stars. If you're ranked on the bottom, you get -2 stars. So, it is not an option. Understand, we have to play hard. Because if you do not play hard, you go into the negative. Those poor bastards who came on the bottom, they may have fought incredibly hard in the beginning, but they lost 2 stars. That is devastating. Okay. Now let me stay on alliance. That is why it is so important to fight hard, as many people as possible, for the alliance. The alliance to win, we win. And once again, what does that mean? Like right now, we're at gold, okay? And that means that at the end of the season, this season lasts 8 weeks. We're in week 4, or we just finished week 4, so we have 4 more matches. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and so we get this gold statue that lasts for 30 days. You get an attack boost of 1.5, defense boost of 1.5, heart point boost of 1.5, which is awesome for 30 days. Every single one of us, every single member. That is amazing. Okay, but we're going to go higher than that because we're going to come in number 1 for the next 4 matches. So that's 3 times 4, that's 12. Okay, and remember, we're at, 19. Okay, so that is 31. So where does 31 come into? That comes into master. Okay, right down here. So that is actually for 30 days, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. That is awesome. That wins, Chaos Lands, that wins, Frenzy and Void for everyone. That is like everyone gets a general, everyone gets a marshal. That is incredible. Okay. Now let's talk about the individual. All right. Just like, well, let me show you right over here. This is my individual progress this season. All right. I have 1.2 million total individual points. How did I get these individual points? I get them by either killing soldiers or using the paradrop troops by buying them. If you notice, let me show you here. Okay, that's the least amount of my points. I rarely buy the power drop troops. I usually just use the free troops. They drop free troops like every 5 minutes. That's all I use. Okay. Why? They send you high tier troops all throughout. And then I just use my heals to heal those high tier troops. The highest tier troops, they're going to give that to you. So, and I'm a little bit all over the place right now, but I mean, forgive me. Okay. Like, how do I prepare for Polar? I get my command skills, I draw all my troops. Okay, now you have 1 million troops that you could send in, right? Who do I send in? I send in my highest tier shredders, or melee troops, my highest tier. I'm long range, my highest tier long range. And then since I am once again long range, then my second tier long range. So that's my snipers and cannons. Or I could just send in both my high tier my highest tier melee and my highest tier long range, and that's it. Just those two. Why is that? You may say, well, that doesn't make if I have enough. Well, what about the zombies? What about all these other troops? What about no? And the reason why is because they are going to send me those higher troops anyway. So all I need to do is use the troops that I'm going to use right now to get to more of those high tier troops that they're just going to keep on sending me. Okay? That also saves me heals because I don't want to heals in time because I don't want to keep on healing lower tier troops. That's not going to help me in the battle. I need the highest tier troops to help me in the battle, and I don't need to heal troops that I'm not going to use. Okay. So, what do I do once I come into the battle? And I know I'm just, talking here and I don't have a video of it. I set my troops. Okay, I am constantly resetting my formation, and my formation is going to be for group battles. is not a player versus player. So I'm not going to put just one melee and one melee here and one mid range to even it out. No, no, no. This is everyone is going to be on this battle, so we have to. It's going to be spread out, and so it's just who's going to do. Just you're trying to just do as much damage to everyone. The highest tier, group battle. All right. So I have that set. So I already know, boom, I have it on 7. Boom. I click on that and I send it out. Okay, and I am just, and I only work with 2 fleets, either one defending or one attacking, and sending that back and forth, back and forth. Now, while I'm sending that back and forth, that's when I take my time to stop and heal the highest tier troops. So it's attack, it's retreat, it's heal, attack, retreat, heal, attack, retreat, heal. But I'm only healing my highest tier troops, the troops that I am gonna keep on using in battle. Okay. Now let's go back. Okay. So where are my highest? Where am I getting most of my points? Okay, it's from use items. Okay, that's one. And the other one is from killing troops. All right. And of course, there's the army inspiration points. The army inspiration points, that's the boost points, where you're boosting, which is highly needed. We want to get that up to 20, because that gives us all of our armies boosted. I greatly appreciate everyone who boosts up the army. That's how you get individual points as well, which is awesome. But most of my points are from killing troops and from using the items. Okay. And all right, so how you get the most points is by eliminating the most amount of the higher tier troops, all right? 13 level troops. All right, which everyone is going to have because they are being dropped. So basically, the more you kill, the more points you're gonna get. All right, and so totally armored. That is, and you know what? Okay, let me explain the items. I think that is important. All right. As you could see, I have 1 gem point left. And the reason why these are, our gems over here, they are expensive. Jesus. All right. I have 1 gem point left. Let me show you. I bought them all. I started off right over here with 1200, and now is to get this these frags. Okay, let me also show you. All right, so this is to get the magnetic fluid shield right here, which it looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty awesome. All right, so I digress. All right. I wasn't expecting to buy them all. My budget was to just the 1200. So once again, if you do the math, yes, I spent $200 on these coins, these gems versus the 120 I was expecting to spend. All right. So I'm all over the place. Okay. So let us talk about what is the best items, and these are all awesome items, and let me explain each one. All right, the totally armored, okay, that is used during an attack. You are attacking, or actually, I'm sorry, that's also can be used. Well, no, I'm sorry, that's attacking. That you say, all right, I'm gonna attack here, and it gets 100% shield and damage to units, when you're going into battle. Okay. Another one when attacking, the expansion attack. Okay. You could send 120,000 units of troops, exceeding a size used to get 2,500 individualized points. And totally armored, you get 18,000 individualized points. Okay. The other attack one is the ice bomb. After entering the battle, you immediately throw ice bombs to 4 targets, giving the most damage over here, and that gets you 3,000 individualized points.
Buenos días.
Okay. Hey, buenos dias. All right. So, where was I? Okay. So, the expansion attack gives you the best bang for your buck. Why do I say that? Totally armored. That is 180 gems, right? And that gives you 18,000 individualized points, right? Okay. Expansion attack is 20 gems, right? And that gives you 25,000 individualized points, right? So all these other, what you call it, gives you so all these attacks over here, it gives you 100 to 1, 100 to 1. This one actually gives you 50 to 1, the instant recall. But the expansive attack gives you 125 to 1. It gives you like 25 percent more individualized points compared to the other ones. All right, does that make sense? Now let me actually show you. All right, some of these. You know what? Let me. All right, let me show you this one. Okay. Now, this is me against one person. All right. Where this was a stronghold that we absolutely needed to get. You know, it was a level 5. He was occupying it. I needed to clear him out. Otherwise, he was cutting us off. From the level 6, couldn't have that. I absolutely had to make sure to get him out. So I used the totally armored and I used the expansive attack. And you can see how many units I was able to send with that massive attack, expansive attack. And let me actually show you what that looks like with the totally armored. Okay, let's look at the video. See, I am completely shielded. I am completely shielded. All right, that is the armored attack. I had totally devastated him. All right. Totally devastated. I killed, 110,000 of his 134 units. Totally decimated. Okay. That is how important the armored attack is, as well as the expansive attack. All right, hugely important. All right, I think this video is long enough. All right, so I will leave it here. Thank you so very much.